Welcome, dear viewers, to another episode of Everyday Knowledge, where we discover fun facts and interesting knowledge. In today's episode, we are excited to discover many things, so stay tuned. Our first topic, we're going to be talking about the oldest known tree on Earth. Trees, dear viewers, are some of the longest living organisms on the planet, standing as silent witnesses to centuries of history. But have you ever wondered which tree is the oldest on Earth? Deep in White Mountains of California stands a tree named Methuselah, an ancient bristlecone pine that is estimated to be over 4,800 years old. It is also considered one of the oldest living trees on Earth. Dear viewers, Methuselah has survived for millions and millions of harsh weather, droughts, and environmental changes. What makes bristlecone pines so resilient is their slow growth and ability to withstand extreme conditions. Their dense, twisted wood is highly resistant to insects and decay, allowing them to thrive where other trees cannot. But did you know that Methuselah is not the only ancient tree we know? Scientists have discovered clonal tree colonies like Pando in Utah, a grove of aspen tree that shares a single root system and are estimated to be around 80,000 years old. Imagine that. Unlike individual trees, these colonies continuously regenerate, making them among the oldest known living organisms on Earth. Imagine that studying ancient trees helps scientists all over the world understand climate patterns, environmental changes, and even historical events. Their tree rings serve as natural records of past conditions, offering insights into how the planet has evolved. Protecting these ancient trees is very crucial, as they hold knowledge and beauty that spans for millions and millions of years. Dear viewers, when you walk through a forest, remember that some trees have been standing long before record history even began. Dear viewers, we hope you enjoyed this topic. Now we'll take you to another one. In our next topic, dear viewers, we're going to discover how volcanoes have created some parts of our land. Volcanoes are often associated with destruction, but did you know they are also responsible for creating new land here on Earth? Across the world, volcanic eruptions have shaped landscapes, forming entire islands and expanding coastlines. When a volcano erupts, molten rock called magma escapes from beneath the Earth's crust. Once it reaches the surface, it cools and hardens into solid rock, forming new land over time. This process is especially visible in places like Hawaii, where volcanic activity has continuously added landmass for millions of years. Imagine, one of the most famous examples is the island of Surtsey, which emerged off the coast of Iceland in 1963 after an undersea volcanic eruption. Over time, plants, life, insects, and even birds found their way to the island, turning it into a natural laboratory for studying how ecosystems developed from scratch. Volcanic islands not only shape landscapes, but also enrich the soil, making it incredibly fertile for plant growth. Many of the world's most productive farmlands exist on volcanic terrain, supporting agriculture and human settlements. While eruptions can be dangerous, they also play a fundamental role in shaping the planet we live on. Dear viewers, we hope you enjoyed how volcanoes made new land here on Earth. Thank God in Kuwait we don't have any volcanoes to witness any kind of destruction. Stay tuned as we discover our last topic. Dear viewers, our last topic, we're going to discover the deepest part of the ocean called Challenger Deep. The ocean covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface, yet we have explored less than 5% of its depth. One of the most mysterious and extreme places in the world is Challenger Deep, the deepest known point of the ocean. Located within the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean, Challenger Deep plunges nearly 36,000 feet, which is about 11,000 meters below the surface, which is deeper than Mount Everest in length. Pressure at this depth is over 1,000 times greater than at sea level, making it one of the most inhospitable environments here on Earth. Despite these extreme conditions, life still thrives in the darkness. Strange deep-sea creatures, such as giant amphipods and bioluminescent organisms, have adapted to survive in the abyss, proving that life can exist even in the harshest places. The first humans to explore Challenger Deep were Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh in 1960, using a specialized deep-sea vessel called Escape. Decades later, in 2012, filmmaker James Cameron made a solo descent, capturing stunning footage of this alien-like world. More recently, advances in deep-sea explorations have allowed scientists to better understand the geology, ecosystems, and even the presence of microplastics in these uncharted waters. Challenger Deep reminds us that there is still frontiers left to explore right here on our beautiful planet. As technology improves, we may one day uncover more secrets hidden in the depth of our oceans, expanding our knowledge of Earth's last great unknown. Dear viewers, we hope you enjoyed this episode where we discovered a lot of fascinating things. The oldest tree here on Earth, and also we have looked at the volcanic activity and how it creates new land here on Earth. So dear viewers, thank you for watching us and stay tuned for our next episode.